Hello, everybody. Let's see if you guys can hear me. I'm going live in multiple places at one time, so bear with me. Bear with me. If you are currently online joining the live, let me activate the chat. I want you guys to type in the chat and let me know where you guys are from, where you're tuning in from. Let's see here. All right, so I'm looking on two places at one time, so bear with me. If you are here, just say hello, drop an eyeball because we're going to be getting into some eyeballing Q&A information. You can let me know where you're from, all of the things. Awesome. Hey, Mama Lawrence, tuning in from YouTube. Awesome. I know this is, it's a dual thing. I should be on YouTube. I should be on Facebook. So whichever way you're connecting is good. If you can, go ahead and share out the live. That way we can get started. Share it out because I'm not going to be talking to myself. And I can't really see. Let me see here. You don't see me on YouTube or TikTok. What? You should see me on both. If you're on YouTube, if you're on Facebook, go ahead and say hey so I know that you're in here. I can't really see you. So I don't know if who lets, it's not really letting me know who's joining. I'm going to look somewhere else as well, but just say hello. So refresh it. You should be able to. Hello. It looks like it's just you and me, mother. Okay, we got one other person. If you can share out the live, that would be good. Um, I don't know how you can do that with YouTube, but I know for um, Facebook, for Instagram, and TikTok, you can do that for sure. Go ahead and like it, share it, all of the things. So one of the things that I wanted to talk about, and if you're in there, whoever else, okay, I'm getting some messages. If you're in the chat, go ahead and drop something in the chat. Hey Robert, thank you for joining. Um, let's see. No, it's okay. That's okay if you can't see how to do that. Awesome. So I'm getting on the live. I'm trying to be regular with this. Do you have any option on what? Um, anyway, enough of the distractions. Hello, Ruth. Thank you for joining. How are you? Go ahead and share out this live for me, lovely, and get your daily heart me. We're in for a treat this evening. I'm going to be a lot of questions I've been given regarding FSA and HSA. Just to give you a little background story about me for those that may be on that don't really know who I am, don't know what I'm all about. I am Marquita, founder and CEO of Glamour for Eyes. And I specialize in providing prescription and non-prescription glasses. Okay. And I specialize in that for the entire family. But the cool thing about what I do, it's not just providing cute frames. Like I mentioned, it is prescription, but the frames that you receive, the frames that you get and purchase from me are always going to be under market value. So what I mean by that is if you go to any other retailer, Provision, My Eye Doctor, any other optical business based here in the US or even outside, you're going to pay a considerable amount of money when it comes to your frames, your eyewear. And so what I do is I cut that cost down for you guys because I don't believe in paying a huge price for glasses. I just don't. And so as a result, I closed that bridge, that gap between fashionable eyewear and affordable eyewear, and making sure that we prioritize you, the consumer, getting good eye care and eyewear. So that is what my business is. I do one-on-one consultations. I help you choose the right frames for you personally. I enjoy what I do. And I also like to educate. I like to educate. I like to educate not just in eye care, but I also like to educate in style and fashion and how to choose the right frames for you, how you can feel comfortable with the glasses that you wear. So one of the questions that was posed to me, and this usually Friday evenings, and I'm a little bit late, so it's probably why some folks are slow getting on. I do this usually Friday evenings are my Q&A time. Excuse me. And I usually do this Friday around 7 p.m. Central Time. I'm a little bit late, a lot late today. I'm a single mother and I had to wait on my daughter to get off from work. I needed to pick her up. So we make it do what it do. But in view of the questions that I've been asked specifically about FSA, HSA, these are really important questions. Currently, if you're not familiar, it's open enrollment time for your insurance. So if you have an employer and they're offering you insurance, now is the time to dig into getting an FSA or HSA. Okay, so I'm going to just go briefly into what an HSA and an FSA is, just for your own educational purposes. I also created a video about this on my YouTube channel. So if you subscribe to my YouTube channel, you can get all the other in-depth information that you could as well. But just a few key points about what an FSA and an HSA is, especially during open enrollment time. Number one, it's flexible spending account. That's what FSA is. And then you have the health savings account, HSA. Okay, both are designed to help you save money on eye care, but any medical expense, your medical expenses, period. So FSA, flexible spending account, and HSA, health savings account funds are pre-tax dollars, meaning you save up to 30% on eyewear, eye exams, and even accessories if you tap into that. You can't do it if you don't do it during open enrollment. You're going to have to wait till the following year during open enrollment again to access it. And usually your employer does provide this for you. If you're not familiar with it, I definitely would suggest going to your HR department or your benefits administrator or your open enrollment specialist. They can definitely tell you more about this if they offer it for you. They can tell you and explain to you what plans are offered. They can talk to you about contribution limits. They can talk to you about eligible expenses and even how to access or submit reimbursements for it. So your good source and point of contact for this very useful feature in with when it comes to your medical or your medical benefits would be that department, your employer, your HR department, benefits administrator, anything like that. And they can go into detail. Usually they'll give you a packet and all of that. I know for me, my employer includes it in there, both options, but it also depends on the type of medical insurance that you choose, whether it's high deductible or low deductible. Usually the high deductible, they provide the health savings account, okay, HSA, or they, for the low deductible, they provide the flexible spending account. So it really depends on the insurance that you choose through your employer, okay? So just getting into that, again, these are funds that are set aside. They're pre-tax dollars where you can save a considerable amount of money for your medical expenses. And it saves you time, it saves you money, and it automatically comes out of your check. One thing to know about these options too are you can use them again for your eyewear, your prescription glasses, your contact lenses, prescription sunglasses, blue light glasses. You can even use them just for the frames alone. Okay, if you didn't want to even get prescription at all, you can get them for the frames alone. Any accessories, you can use them for your exams. All of this can be purchased with your FSA and HSA. Okay, if you do not have this, I cannot stress why it's so important to use it now or get access to it. For those that already have an FSA or HSA, now is the time to use those funds because if you don't use it, you lose those funds. So FSA funds usually, excuse me, have to be used by the end of the year, or you might have like a short grace period. HSA funds can roll over and they build over the year, the course of the time that you have it. So usually from January 1 or 1st to the end of the year, your HSA is gradually growing. Whereas with an FSA, they give you one lump sum of money at the very beginning of the year. January 1st, you have your lump sum, whichever you selected. Sometimes it can be $1,500, maybe it's $2,500, it's $3,300. It really depends. The max that you can get is, I think, $3,500, but I'm going to verify that as far as the federal max that you can have for the FSA. For the HSA, I believe it's the same thing, but it grows over time, and it's gradually deducted from your paycheck, and it's not one lump sum that's given to you at the beginning of the year. So I'm going to pose a question right now. Who is familiar with HSA or FSAs right now? Is that something that you've gotten through your employer? Is it something that you're interested in? Have you heard about it before? Let me know in the comments. Let me know in the chat. And if you're just now joining, go ahead and share out the live if you can. Go ahead and drop a hello so I know you're here, that you're able to see me and hear me, all of the things, and try to get this as engaging as possible. For those just jumping on, I'm discussing HSA and FSAs during open enrollment time. Now is the time. A lot of time, for the most part, some of it's closed. I know for my employer, we had some issues, and so it's been extended. So if you still have open enrollment, definitely look into getting an FSA or HSA. Who currently, go ahead and let me know. Type in FSA, HSA in the comments. Let me know that you are able to hear what I'm saying. Let me know if you're familiar with it. If you're familiar with having an FSA or HSA, it's something really important. If you have open enrollment right now, I would suggest that you go ahead and jump on it. If you're not familiar, again, I would strongly suggest that you talk to your HR department, your benefits administrator. This is money that can be saved for you for eligible expenses at the beginning of the year. So that means, and let me break this down, that means you don't have to come out of pocket for any medical expense, whether it be, you're having surgery, whether it be your deductible, whether it be a copay, or whether it be coming to me and getting your glasses. I accept FSA and HSA payments. And so because I accept FSA and HSA payments, that means you can get the glasses that you need. Hey, lovely. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. Right now, we're talking about FSA and HSAs. It's open enrollment time. So for those that are actively working, if you have an employer, I would definitely look into that, where you can save 30% on eyewear, exams, honestly, any eligible medical expense you can use. If you have an HSA or an FSA, they usually send you a card. It has a Visa logo, Visa or MasterCard logo. It depends on who your medical insurance is through. And you just swipe it like you would your debit card or credit card. Okay. Now, for some items, you have to put in for reimbursement, depending on what it is. But for eye exams, anything that you're going to the doctor for, they accept that kind of payment. And all you have to do is swipe and go. And you don't have to worry about it coming out of your pocket at the time. Okay. So I am happy to tell you that Glamour for Eyes, we accept FSA and HSA. Right now, during open enrollment, now is the time for you to access that. Okay. Like I mentioned before, these are funds, they're pre-tax dollars. Okay. So no taxes are coming out. They set that aside just for medical expenses alone. Okay. They're perfect for eye exams. They're perfect for consultations. You can use your FSA and HSA card to cover your copays. And especially with me, for your consultation, we accept all of that as well. And so, as mentioned, the best person to talk to about that is your employer, specifically your HR department, or who handles your medical benefits. Usually that's a separate department, your benefits administrator. You can ask your HR rep for your company's benefits summary plan description, your SPD. If you're not with that, you can go to them and ask them that. And literally, an employer is required to give that to you because it outlines everything that your FSA and HSA covers for you in like plain English. Okay. So you guys can definitely be covered. All right. So jump on it. If open enrollment is still good for you, if it's still open for you and it hasn't been shut down yet, go get your FSA and HSA. All right. This will be beneficial, not just for coming to me and getting fabulous glasses. It will be beneficial for you for the whole year with your medical expenses. On top of that, though, just in case you didn't know, if you have children through FSA and HSA, you can also get dependent care as well. So that means you can get reimbursed for sending your kids to daycare. If you have older parents that you have to put in a nursing home or whatever, that also pays for that as well, and you don't have to come out of pocket. That's just, or if you do, you have those funds that comes back to you. So it's just something to keep in mind for future reference. For me, open enrollment will be closing soon. For others, it has come and gone. So probably I'll be giving you this friendly reminder a little bit sooner, at the beginning of October, right before open enrollment starts. Okay. But if you have the ability to do it, go ahead and jump on it now. Oh, awesome. Thank you. Yeah, definitely go ahead and share the live. That is so beneficial. I really want to be able to reach as possible to be of help if they're not aware of what these options are uh, for medical expenses. And if you have any questions whatsoever, feel free to send me a direct message. I don't mind sharing my information or sending you the information that I have on FSA and HSA, and giving you the guidance that you need if you're not familiar with it, because there was a time that I didn't know, and so it's always good to be informed, and I'm all about saving money. Okay, so if you can save money in your medical needs, your eyewear needs, your eye care needs, I am here for that to help you. So on the other topic, another question that was posed to me was, is it essential or is it important to actually go get your eye exam, okay, on a regular basis? Okay, I'm an advocate. As you know, I specialize in prescription and non-prescription glasses. I have my own brand. I am going to always tell you to go to the eye doctor and get your comprehensive eye exam on a regular basis. And I'm going to tell you to use your FSA and HSA to do it. However, a lot of young people feel like, no, I don't have any vision problems, I'm not going to go. And they cut that out of their insurance. Let me tell you something. Your vision insurance is one of the cheapest insurances that you can have. Do not cut it out. It's like $5 usually. Okay, don't cut it out because it's very important. You need to have a regular exam to make sure that your eyes stay healthy. And just because you think you can see doesn't mean that you can, right? So I am always going to advocate for that. Regular eye exams, go get your eyes checked. And even if you do not need glasses, at least they'll be able to see if there are any hereditary issues, how your pressure is in your eye. If you have any concerns, you can voice that and they can help you with that. It's very important. It's about taking care of your whole body, right? If you go to the doctor for a physical every year, which you should go to the eye doctor as well, from head to toe. Your body, how your whole body functions, can affect your eyes. Your eyes can affect the rest of your body. Everything is connected. Okay, so it's really important that you go. One of the other things too, and this is something that I suffer with because of the stage of life that I am in, and I'm sure some of you women can appreciate this and relate to it. If you are currently going through perimenopause or menopause, raise your hand. Okay. If you understand what I'm talking about, go ahead and give me an eyeball, put an emoji of the eyeball, anything, or say that you're dealing with that currently, because little did you know that affects your eyes. It does. One of the things, if you You might not understand or appreciate hormonal changes during perimenopause can actually cause your vision to fluctuate. Okay. Have you noticed, anybody, and if you've noticed this, go ahead and comment in the chat. Of course, let me know. Have you noticed any recent changes on how clearly you can see if you're of that age? And individuals that usually go through perimenopause, unless you've had a hysterectomy or anything like that, usually it's like 40 up. Okay, 40 up. If you're in your 40s, unless you've had some, a hysterectomy or what, it might start a little bit earlier. Your body can kickstart you and push you into menopause early because of your hysterectomy. But normally, perimenopause and menopause starts at the age of 40 and above. So, have you noticed changes in your eyes? Okay. Do your eyes feel drier? Okay. Drier than what you're used to feeling? Does it sometimes feel like something is in your eye constantly? Okay. Go ahead and you can comment. Don't be afraid. We all understand perimenopause and menopause, dry eyes. I want to ask you, how often have you noticed that your eyes are dry or a little bit irritated? How often? Is it like all the time? Is it sometimes? Have you noticed that you're waking up and your eyes are dry in the morning? Have you noticed that? Let me know in the comments. Okay, Mama Lawrence. Yes, I see those eyeballs. I know you know. All right. Let me know about any light sensitivity as well. Have you connected those symptoms with light sensitivity, blurred vision, to menopause, perimenopause? Are your eyes more tired? Are your eyes more tired? Do your eyes feel strained? As the day goes by, it might not start off that way, but as you progress, like you're getting tired, and you're tired because of how your eyes feel. All right. For those that, if you're a glasses wearer versus a contacts wearer, have you needed to really update your prescription lately because it's just not fitting the way that it needs to fit? All of that has to do with your hormonal fluctuations. So this is why I say get your eyes checked, okay, on a regular basis. At one time it was every 2 years. Now it is a stressor for every year, because your body goes through these changes, especially as women. And I'm going to be doing a YouTube channel specifically on this to focus on the symptoms, the signs, especially the things that you might be dealing with and enduring while you're going through this transition of perimenopause and menopause. It's natural. It's something that we have to deal with in our imperfect state. But there's things that you can do to help you, especially with getting your eyes checked and informing your optometrist or ophthalmologist. And I'll be able to explain to you at what point you should probably go to an ophthalmologist. You, if you feels like your pressure is high, or it can also affect the amount of tears that you produce, these lack of hormones that you're going through, or the changes fluctuating. And so all of that is really, really important to consider. And that's why you should not say, oh, I'm just gonna, let it go or whatever. Or I'm just gonna go to the store and get artificial tears. No, we want to know exactly what's going on. Okay, and you have to be careful about what you put in your eye as well. So drop it in the comments. Let me know how perimenopause and menopause has affected you, if you've experienced that yourself personally, and even if you're not at that phase yet. Okay, ultimately you're going to be there, but what have you noticed about your eyes even without being in that particular phase? Drop it in the comments, and let me know. Some things I can probably answer for you, and other things I'll definitely tell you to refer to your optometrist. By no means am I a doctor. I have just been blind for a long time, and I've done my research, and I talked to my doctor, And so I like to inform individuals of what has worked for me, as well as what has been suggested over a period of time. And because I specialize in prescription eyewear, I want to make sure that when you come to me and bring me your prescription, the prescription that you're bringing me is the correct one, so that it does not damage your eyes. Because if you bring me something that's too old and you haven't gone to your doctor and it's just been the same prescription for years and years and years, that's not going to do you any good. And then you're going to be wondering, why are your eyes so tired? Why do your eyes feel so strained? Why all of that? No. Go to your optometrist, use your FSA and your HSA, and get your eyes checked. Okay. All right. So that's one of the few questions that have been posed to me, and I like to answer a few questions during the Q&A, not just about Glamour for Eyes, our business, but also about eye care tips that are important to you, because eye health is just as serious as your full body medical health as well. What affects you up here can affect your whole body. Okay, so let me know in the chat. I just answered a few, but let me know in the chat what other concerns you might have, what things that you have noticed, and maybe I can answer a couple of questions before I sign off. Okay, let me see if I can check. The next time I need to start on time. Let me. Any questions? Any thoughts? Don't be ashamed. If you haven't gone to the eye doctor this year, it's okay. I won't judge you. I'll just tell you to go. Just go. One of the things that we are working on actively, though, is I understand that times are really difficult. And so trying to make it easier for my customers to be able to get the eyewear that they need. Yes, I do. Yes. One of the questions was posed, do I provide night glare for your glasses? I'm assuming you're referring to anti-glare or driving glasses, which is supposed to help with the glare of the lights driving at night. Yes, I do. And I do, there's different levels, but I do up to premium, which completely blocks that out. And the cool thing about those lenses, especially with the premium, is because of the anti-glare, it gives the lenses a light bluish purple tint, which I find very cool because purple is my favorite color. But it does the job. It does the job. So I do provide that, along with a lot of other things too. Any customizations that you might need for your glasses, I actually encourage you to get nighttime anti-glare glasses or lenses for your glasses, because that will protect you. But it also has built-in blue light blocking. Okay. And blue light blocking is very essential. That's something else that I have on my YouTube channel that we can discuss. But outside of being an advocate for eye care and eyewear, those are one of the things that I focus on. Welcome. Thank you for joining in, DD. Thank you for coming. I don't know if you're familiar with me, but I am Marquita. I'm owner of Glamour for Eyes. It's an optical business. I specialize in prescription eyewear, and I advocate for eye care. And the cool thing about my business is that I provide cost-effective eyewear. I close the gap between fashionable frames that I provide that are my brand and closing the gap between affordable frames. So none of the glasses on my website you will find that are going to be above $65. I provide anything from bifocals to progressive lenses to, as Miss Lawrence mentioned, anti-glare frames or lenses, whatever you need to be able to see the world glamorously and clearly. So that is what I was discussing. But one of the things too is that I accept FSA and HSA. I was discussing previously that this is open enrollment time. So if you have an employer and you're going to get your medical expenses or your medical insurance for open enrollment, find out if they provide FSA and HSA, because that means you don't have to come out of pocket for medical expenses. Not just for eyewear, of course. Definitely bring me the FSA and HSA to get your eyewear, but for any medical expense, whether it be your deductible, your copay, anything like that, the FSA and HSA will cover you. You can go directly to your HR department to find out more information about that. Your benefits administrator, whoever handles your medical benefits, they would be able to provide you with that. And I always suggest that my customers, my clients get that because it saves so much money. It's money that's taken out pre-tax. So essentially you're saving about 30% on your exams, your eyewear accessories, your eye care, your medical expenses, even Tylenol at Walmart you can save on, and it's covered without you coming out of pocket for it. So depending on the type of insurance that you have, you can get usually at HSA, and HSA is health savings account. And that's usually with a high deductible insurance. But then the FSA is usually for a low deductible insurance, and that stands for flexible spending account. Both, they'll be sending you a card with the Visa logo, and you can just swipe it just like you would any other debit credit card. And that is just funds accessible to you for your medical expenses. And so one of the questions that was posed is if I accept that, and I do. I'm actively working on being able to accept insurance as like iMed, as well as being able to accept Medicare and Medicaid. Times are difficult right now. And so when I started this business, I did not want this business to overwhelm any consumer because of the cost of eyewear. Glasses are really expensive. And I never want individuals to feel like they have to pay an arm and a leg to get durable, fashionable frames just so they can see. And so, as I mentioned, my eyewear on my website, glamourforeyes.com, you will not find frames, glasses that are more than $65, some as low as $5, $10, durable frames. And then all you need is to bring me your prescription, and I will make sure that you get the filled prescription that you need. I also do one-on-one consultations. Okay. And so those consultations, depending on the type of consultation that you do, is one-on-one with me up to an hour. And I talk about your face shape. I talk about your favorite color. I talk about the type of active person that you are, so that you can choose the frames that fit into your lifestyle and fit your personality. Okay. And then on top of that, I educate you on eye care, getting regular eye exams, what to look out for, what to pose to your optometrist, because we advocate for our own health, right? That's important. We can't let people tell us about our bodies without us telling them about our bodies. We know us, right? And we're going to them and we're trusting them to help us in our time of need. So advocating for your own health, asking questions, especially for women around our age in the 40s, older than that, who are in perimenopause and menopause. Your eyes are changing. Okay. You might have dry eye. You might have strained eyes. All of that is due to hormonal changes that you might not even be familiar with. So regular eye exams are essential. And then obviously come to me to get your glasses, your new prescription glasses. Okay. So definitely, if you have an employer, inquire about the FSA and HSA. That will save you a lot of money in the long run. If open enrollment is actually closed for you at this time, then obviously you have to wait until next year to be able to apply for FSA or an HSA. Thank you for joining, Brandy. Thank you for joining, Ken. But this is the best suggestion I could give anybody when it comes to saving on eyewear. And as soon as we are able to accept insurance, I will make that announcement as happily and excitedly as I try to be in general. But that would be some really good news. In the meantime, though, are there any other questions with this Q&A? Any other questions? Any other thoughts? Because I'm about to shut it down. Just as a reminder, I am going live on Monday evenings, I think. I was thinking Monday mornings. I'm fluctuating. That's our word of the week. Friday evenings are working out for the most part pretty well, and that is our Q&A. But Monday mornings or Monday evenings are going to be reserved for the word of the week for the See the World Glamorously series. But if there are no other questions, if this proved to be informative to you, if you would like more information, if you feel like this was useful information to you, please feel free to join in on the live next week. Share it out. I'm going to do my best to let you guys know earlier when I'm about to go live. That way you can share it out. The more the merrier. I am new at this, and currently I suck at it. But we're going to make it work. I believe in growth. I believe in information. And so we're going to do the best that we can. So I will let you guys know ahead of time. If you have any questions, if there's something that you want me to answer during the live, please shoot me a DM and I will make sure I incorporate that into the next live. If there is a word of the week that you would like me to talk about, shoot me a DM. I will incorporate that into the next live. And stay tuned for next week because we have some things happening, occurring, some updates. We have Return with the Glam on a Dime. And if you're not familiar with Glam on a Dime, it's where I show you how to style your frames, your glasses with some cute outfits, but frugally. Okay. We're all about cost effective. All of the outfits from head to toe, from shoe to head scarf, including the eyewear, are under $100. So if you want to know some fashion tips on how to pair your eyewear, feel free to tune in to Glam on a Dime. I'm doing it a little bit differently. I did it for a considerable amount of time and I had to take a break because social media it was for my own mental health. But I'm doing it a little bit differently now. Instead of incorporating my outfit SKUs in there, if you're interested in the piece of eyewear, if you're interested in the outfit, you can shoot me a DM and that information will immediately be sent to you, and that be that. But that's on Wednesdays. Glam on the Dime is on Wednesdays. And the cool thing too is you'll be able to see my teen babies also sharing their teen Glam on a Dime tips and pairing their eyewear with their teen outfits and everything. So stay tuned for that. We have so many things happening. Another thing, just to let you know, if you're looking to be an affiliate, if you like our eyewear so much and you love wearing glasses, we are looking for affiliates. And so if you're interested in that, just shoot me a DM and I will send you the link. I need an assistant to be able to type this stuff up really quickly, but we'll get to that later. But if you're interested in being an affiliate, we have that. There's so many perks to doing that. Obviously, it's a win-win. So just let me know and we'll go from there. In the meantime, this is it. Okay. May you guys have a wonderful evening. And I hope that you all continue to see the world glamorously. I'll see you on the next one.